Okay, folks, does anyone want to recap for inspiration? Oh, Duck!
Oh, poor guy.
I will do it.
All
I
right.
am the chosen one.
Okay.
Um, um, last last time on Saltmarsh.
Dun dun.
Dun dun dun. We were we were getting out of that boat. That boat was going down. Something bad was happening. We defeated those undead people and then started scrambling to try to get out of the boat as the boat starts shaking around. We all eventually made our way up to the top deck and found a great kraken of the sea was attacking the boat, trying to get its munch on. Um, all of us very easily survived with and we all held to the very tight to the deck and no one fell ever. um, we eventually the rest not the rescue ship, I mean, I guess it was a rescue ship, but the little dinghy from their boat made its way over eventually. We managed to get the chest and everyone aboard and then get out of there before the kraken could eat all of us. But not before some people, like turned into like an octopus and tried to fight it. A whole lot of wild stuff going down. Um, uh, we made it to our boat and escaped. Um, while on the boat, a mad orca with mad orca disease just decided it wanted to die, so it attacked the boat, knocking Yop into the water. We all sprung into action to save Yop, and we got some orca meat for the way home. We made it back to. I don't know what town this actually is, but we made it back to a town where the Lighthouse headquarters of Acquisitions Incorporated is for this branch. Um, Krellick, made it, became an official member, became the occultant of the crew. The rest of them did some kind of exchange with a dude for the chests. We got paid. We all leveled up to level 5, very important. And I think that's kind of where we left off, was getting paid and leveling up.
Yep, that was exactly it.
And just to help you out, this is Saltmarsh.
Okay.
And I know for a fact that was mentioned like in game as well. So it's not like Krellick has been abducted and doesn't know where he is.
It's just the map doesn't say like here be Saltmarsh.
Does it not? Oh, I didn't realize that was on the GM layer. Oops, here we go. There you go.
Yeah. See, now it says Saltmarsh. Now I know where I am.
See, I didn't know that was on that layer.
You are doing great.
I've been playing this game for a very long time. Okay. All right. So you guys, at the end of the session, had a couple of questions that you asked of Aubric, and he answered. He told you that the trident that Yop carried kind of reminded him of the one painted on the door of the temple. And Yumi asked if Eleander had made it back alive, or like if he knew if Eleander made it back, and he said yes, because Eleander had come to visit him. A couple of fun things that you guys all have to do. Like you guys can continue to work. You can continue to basically do what you would like in Saltmarsh, and make money, go talk to people, trade stuff, identify objects that you haven't yet identified, that kind of thing. But you also have to be thinking about how you would like to upgrade your headquarters, because that is what rank 2 does for you guys. And that's not a decision I really have any input in. It's all stuff that you guys get to choose to do. I can feel your fear.
What is currently there?
I think real rooms would probably be like
one of the first and most important upgrades instead of basically having a dormitory. That's just me.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to keep sharing rooms with everybody?
We do have real rooms. There are rooms in the lighthouse.
There are multiple rooms in the lighthouse, but I believe, like, other than Yop having her foundry, most of us are in one big shared room. I mean, the Major has his place, and there's the kitchen and the dining
Is
room. But
there
in terms
something
of, like,
wrong with the shared room?
I thought other people might want privacy. I don't know. I mean, if no one cares, that's fine.
I thought it was like a big sleepover.
What's the bathroom situation like?
I demand Krellick get his own bathroom.
I think
You don't want to go in there after me, mate.
Right.
The fear of getting caught is kind of hot, so it's like I'm not down with that.
You're a teenager.
That's not what I said.
God. Okay. Do you guys want to go back to your house and talk with Sunny about the things that you want to be you would like to work on at the lighthouse?
I'll be down for that. See what needs to be updated.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, we can do housekeeping stuff. I don't know if it is written anywhere, but like what is already is anything done?
Yes, they're okay. So now that we're on the map, you can kind of you're gonna have to zoom in. Sorry. But there is some labeling done that indicates spaces that have already been assigned, either pre your guys' arrival or since you guys have been here. So we have the first floor is pretty much all dedicated already. The second floor has one room that looks like it still is unclaimed. Most of the third floor is unclaimed, and as you would be told as you would approach the loft, if you enter the loft, the light in the lighthouse goes out and does not come back on until you leave, and so everyone is strongly discouraged from going up that way because that is how people die.
Because there's no floor.
No, there's no floor in one of the rooms on the second floor.
I didn't scroll all the way up.
Yeah, but
is
Yumi
there supposed
discovered
to be a room there. Is there supposed to be floor?
So I don't know if Yumi wants to talk about what that room is. She can. I don't even know if Monkey remembers
chose not to share that information.
Okay.
She's currently hanging plants from the ceiling of that room.
Yep.
So if I'm understanding it, if there's no floor, then 4 and 7 are one large space.
You would think that, but if you open the door into 4, you just see a
Am I not on
dark
the right
void.
map?
Um,
I'm looking at Saltmarsh.
That's weird.
I moved the tag over. You might have to refresh.
Oh, but before we do that, there is some things Yumi wanted to do in town before we returned.
Okay. What would that have been?
I would like to buy a new sign for Acquisitions Incorporated. Because we got our sign stolen.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase this one for you guys. You had your old sign stolen, which was just a piece of wood that someone had painted the symbol onto and then stuck to the door. So what they did, what corporate did was got you a new door that was a nicer sealed door and painted onto the door, so you don't have to have a sign that can get stolen. If you'd like to still buy a sign, you can, but it's not necessary.
I want to get
I
our
would- It
sign back.
I
I
want
was
to get
thinking
like
it
a
was
bigger
one of
sign,
those-
a nicer sign. That's
Yeah, I
harder
was
to
thinking it
steal.
was one of those that's like on a metal like arm that sticks out and hangs like perpendicular to the door. That's what I was thinking we had.
Oh,
Sure.
that'd be really nice.
Hear me out here, actually, though. We should get a big like cloth banner sign because frankly we're on a lighthouse. Think of how big that sign could be.
Ooh, yeah.
The thing is, we'd have to tie down the banner, otherwise, the storms and the wind would just blow in and
Valid
get
point.
it all tangled.
Missy and
Could-
Sonny will take care of it. Missy and Sonny will take care of it.
You fully could paint it onto the lighthouse plaster if you wanted as well. Just make it really big if you wanted.
Don't we need like skilled workers to paint it that big? The lighthouse is pretty big.
You have a skilled worker, Sonny.
Yeah.
He's a child. I don't trust him climbing all the way up that lighthouse.
You're also a child.
So is Dasani.
Wow, way to place trust there.
But Dasani is much more skilled than Sunny. There's a difference, and Yumu just
Zashel's doing the like 87 like I can't, you turn your hand you're back and forth on the neck like cut it.
Just so you know, look, if this is the kind of thing that you want to be looking for, Monkey, this is all stuff that you can request as part of your lighthouse improvement. So this isn't stuff you have to, one, purchase yourself, or two, do in town. So this can still be, if there's something you needed to get in town, we can do that. But otherwise,
that was it.
Okay,
She wanted to surprise everyone with a sign, but I guess we'll do it as a group thing.
Okay, so we'll have you guys. We'll put you all in the dining room. And at the table, there's a long wooden table that was really beat up and trashed, and now looks like it's been sanded down again, restained. It looks a lot nicer. Sonny has been working since you guys have been gone, and he has a bunch of pages and papers and drawings and sketches and things that he's going to he would like your guys' help with. So what are things that you would like to have improved in the house? Someone mentioned walls.
I need an office space. Section 3 sounds good for me. I need a place to be able to set up my charts. I need a place to be able to do my accounting. Sorry, my occulting.
What's occulting?
I can't flip these skulls. And if you don't have enough skulls come the end of the week, it's a problem.
Did we get paid? We got paid from Ingo, right?
Yeah.
How much was that? Does anybody have that down? Because I'm sitting on 30 gold and that's it, and that doesn't seem right, having just gotten paid.
Give me one moment.
I believe we already split it and said everyone gets 1,500.
That is correct.
Thank you.
The total was 10 grand. Also, I did a very nice thing, and I made the horde legible to everybody.
What?
Right? Look at that.
Oh my god.
Right?
Interesting organization.
It's not just random stuff.
Yeah, and it's kind of ordered by books and papers at the top, because sometimes you guys have maps and things, but it's kind of ordered by usefulness. I spent too long doing that.
I'm sorry you had beard hair from undead. Oh god.
Yeah, the skeletal alchemist.
I think it would also be wise if we invested in some sort of defensive mechanism to protect the lighthouse and Missy and Sunny when we're not here.
What sort of thing would you have in mind for that?
Well, under normal circumstances, this sort of thing would be right up my alley, but I'm just not really feeling all that inspired right now. I'm not really all that interested. I'd like you to stay safe, but I don't really feel like tinkering around with it.
Why don't you just get a dog?
We could get a dog, although I believe Miss Yumi mentioned possibly getting a goat.
Several goats. I'd like 2 at least.
Vicious, bloodthirsty goat dogs.
No, just normal, nice
Flesh-eating goats.
No, the kind that eats the weeds that grow in the yard.
The weeds that grow from the entrails of your enemies.
No, the weeds that I grow from these tubers. And then she holds out these root vegetable things too.
I eat one.
Okay, so someone's at the tubers of your enemies. All right, so some defensive something. Do you want that to be like some kind of alarm system? I mean, theoretically a dog could work, but we could do something more advanced if that's what you wanted.
2 dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking it just in terms of both defensive and humor value, right? If we had a giant flail hanging from the top of the lighthouse that just spun around.
I'm sorry, I don't really like dogs. Can we get a couple of geeses?
Or absolutely terrifying geese are.
Sonny just says, I would much rather have dogs. Remember, you guys get to leave. I would have to take care of whatever animals are here. If it's dogs, I can do dogs. Geese are the worst.
But that's the point, it'll keep everyone away.
I thought the point was to make me feel safe.
Well, you'll be safe if no one attacks you because the geese keeps them away.
Well, here's a problem with geese, right? Is they don't care about anyone or anything. So if this is a business and people are coming here to hire you, the geese will drive everyone away.
That's no good. We don't want everyone to. We need customers.
You see Sonny has written down the word geese with like 2 question marks, but then scratches it out.
What
Just
about
procedurally? I'm looking at the Salt Marsh thing for leveling up your franchise.
Mhm.
So, are we getting one of each of these things? An expansion feature, a transportation feature, and a weapon feature? Or are we just playing it by ear, playing it loose? I mean, I'm good either way. I don't really care.
I understand it. It is one of everything.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And it gets bigger and crazier and weirder the farther into the game you get.
I mean, just reading some of their suggestions for level 2, it already gets weird, like right off the bat. So
Yeah.
it can get way weirder.
Yeah. There's fully suggestions at some point where it just picks itself, like the thing picks itself up and walks across mountains and then sits itself down and blasts things with lasers until you don't have to do anything.
Castle?
Howl's Moving Castle plus gun.
Yeah. I'm super excited for the lighthouse sprouting legs and the beam of the lighthouse basically being the eye of Sauron.
Oh, yeah. Do you think you could make more like Betty?
Well, I'm not really feeling it.
We
If
can't have an army of pelicans?
If you gave me the plans, I could work with a couple of other tinkerers, and we could have some that stay here. if that's what you wanted as a defense system.
Yeah, I'm sure Acquisitions Inc. has plenty of people that can help assist with that.
Are you okay with sharing your plans, though? I know she's special.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, he writes that down. I should also write that down.
What about 2 big fuck-off man-eating plants that just sit by the front door like a Venus flytrap?
Mm.
Someone approaches you don't like, all you gotta do is keep them there for like 20, 30 minutes as it slowly opens and then devours them.
How do you stop them from attacking people who are trying to hire us?
Well, you just get them inside before 20, 30 minutes.
I guess that's what the 20, 30 minutes are for.
But if it take 20 or 30 minutes to attack the person, then it might be too late. They could have broken down the door and tied up Abernathy again.
We'll just file that under Plan C. Just in case.
Yeah, it's a good one.
He writes it down. Okay, is there anything that we're, besides defenses, maybe offensive, or do you feel like we need to make the space bigger? We can build outwards. We can't build a whole lot taller, but we can build outwards if you wanted.
Maybe like maybe build outwards and build like a proper office area, so that way what was the original lighthouse can all be for people's rooms and living quarters and whatnot.
We can work with that. Just on the ground floor then, or should we move it up a floor so that it doesn't affect the gardens that are beginning at the on the island?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, I can move my garden. That's not an issue. I don't know about Dasani, though. Dasani, is your garden okay to be moved?
Totally cool with me, do that.
Have we considered floating platforms more into the island so we can build out?
I was just going to suggest that we could build outward over the water as well, create more land out if you'd like.
That sounds like a nice idea.
Is that natural? Are we just making like wooden docks kind of thing? How would that work?
We could do either. I could put it in order for some scrolls or something to be sent this way, and we can pull earth and make more island itself, or just do it the old-fashioned way and build out with stone and wood.
What would disrupt the ecosystem less?
I don't know.
I mean,
Could we put in a request to headquarters about that?
Yeah, if that's what you want.
Well,
and he writes that down.
Well, it's not all the same. What if we kill all the fishes around here? That's not good.
I mean, we're not talking about building all the way to Saltmarsh. We're just talking about expanding this island a little bit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fish in the sea. Personally, I envision a deadly obstacle course.
The front door?
No!
You mean you walk in the front door and you're assaulted with a deadly obstacle course?
I mean, I don't like that idea, but that's what it sounded like you might be interested in.
Well, I thought if you were building islands, like one of them could be like a proving ground, you know? You take the people at the front door that are attacking and you make them go through that, and if they beat it, they get to come in and attack you.
No.
But yeah, I'm with Yumi on this one. Like that just seems.
Well, they've earned the right to do it then, haven't they?
That seems completely unnecessary.
Why would they go that way at all?
Well, I mean, they want to
we
get
have
in, and they got to earn the right. So,
But
I mean,
we
I'll
have
do
to
it.
be able to get clients in here also.
Well, you don't send. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe you have like a hard one and an easy one.
No, that's so much effort and money.
Why don't we just have Sunny look into the feasibility of expanding the island a little bit? If that's going to be excessively expensive or difficult or damaging to the environment, we can look into building out the grounds themselves. I'm hesitant to build out the lighthouse. Keep in mind, this is still technically rented space, so any structural changes I feel like would probably have to go through the major.
Yes, yeah. Anything I'm working on extensively, I'm going to be running by him. But I talked with him a little bit earlier, and he seemed mostly amicable about some of the thoughts that I'd had. But I hadn't really considered making a torture chamber that people have to go through to get to the front door.
Yeah, we'll just
It's not a torture chamber. It's a proving ground. If you beat it, then you earn the right.
To kill us, yeah,
Right to kill us. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't personally like that one, but I am just an intern, so.
Hey, that's why they pay me the big bucks.
No, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna put my foot down and say no, we're not doing that.
Okay, Decisionist says no. He writes that one in big letters over that note.
You see Kralik pull out his bone skull abacus, and under the one for Yumi, flicks the skull.
Okay, Zashel, are there things that you're looking for? Do you need private offices as well? I mean, plenty of the rooms we have up on the higher upper floors could be divided into more office space.
No, I think if we can set up an area in maybe the entryway where we could meet prospective clients, something comfortable but also well presented.
And with the bar.
Okay, I believe
Yes, and with the bar.
I believe we've purchased some new furniture for the entryway as well, but I can look into that. If I can definitely build in a bar if that's what you want.
Yes,
Definitely the bar.
please.
I don't know what the furniture that you've gotten is. It's probably, I think I can trust your judgment on this one.
I think Yumi and Grynar purchased some new armchairs for the entryway a while ago. So it was when they got a bunch of new mattresses as well. They got a couple of things for the lobby.
Oh, if we're putting in a bar, can I get a stove in there too?
A stove in the bar, or in
Yeah,
the
to make like
kitchen?
coffee and tea.
One separate from the kitchen?
Yes, so that we can provide drinks besides alcohol for anyone who's visiting.
I that's not a problem. Just wondering why there needs to be one out there instead of in the kitchen.
Because we'd have to go all the way to the kitchen.
Okay. All right. And he writes that down.
And also they can see us make the drink and not poison it. You know, people are suspicious.
I
Wow.
don't know why we would be poisoning prospective clients, but it's It's an easy
I-
consideration.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. He looks up at Dasani but doesn't say anything, kind of waiting to see if Dasani has anything he'd like to add.
Asani just looks over and shrugs and goes, I don't know, dude.
Would you like me to take care of that fence you've been wanting to build for your garden?
That'd be excellent.
Okay. Any other superficial elements? Again, someone mentioned walls, but is that something we want to do, or does that not matter that much?
Walls for what?
Yeah, walls for what?
I mean, I get walls, obviously, what they do, but who mentioned it?
Your dormitory space is rather large. If you guys wanted more privacy, I could split it up so that there's walls and doors between you, but it's ultimately up to you.
For the rooms. Okay, I was thinking walls outside, and I'm like, walls don't stop people from coming in.
Well, if I could make a suggestion, if we just relocated the training room, perhaps to this new construction that we're doing, then I think there would be room enough for everyone without having to build walls.
Sure thing.
That was mostly a Grynar and Kiara thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Yumi, you had your archery targets there.
No, I never used those.
Although I do think Mr. Krellick would probably enjoy it. So we should probably recreate it in the new construction. But once it's moved out of the lighthouse proper, everyone will have their own room.
I just have archery stuff set out outside because shooting indoors isn't ideal. Oh, not related to the lighthouse, but how equipped is our boat?
Not particularly. The vessel that you stole from that wizard, right?
The one that we acquired.
Right. Right. I mean, I'm no shipwright, but I can find some, and we can work on. If there's something you'd like me to add to that, we can do that.
Should we add like defensive cannons and stuff?
I was gonna say, does it have any armaments at all? Because if
No.
not, that definitely seems like something we should look into.
It does not currently, but we could do something with either black powder if you wanted, or just large catapults kind of thing.
Let's also check in with the home office to see if there's some way we can use it over land as well.
Okay.
Yep.
What sort of, if you want to arm it, if you want to weaponize the boat, the turtle shell, right? That's what you've been calling it.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of thing would you like to use?
What about like big skulls?
What?
Like big skulls, right? Like big piranha mouths.
Like,
how do you envision that being an offensive or defensive weapon, Krellick?
I mean, it's big, right? So it hits them, and
Would it have working jaws and teeth?
yeah, obviously. Look, I mean, I'm just the idea person, right?
Yumi kind of gives you a look when you say that. Maybe like giant harpoon guns?
Ballista, harpoon gun.
Yeah.
Full of land boat.
Cannons are cool too. Although we like fire a lot, so maybe that's not the safest option on the boat. To keep gunpowder on there.
That's an excellent point, Yumi. I don't know that would work well with Vigars.
Yes.
I think there's more than just him that likes fire, but... And she kind of gives the Sani a look.
What does your current boat? It don't have no gun, no cannon.
Nope. Just a sail.
It's painted real pretty.
Like a turtle shell.
I mean, how you supposed to take on another ship? If they got cannons and you don't,
I
well,
would much rather not fight on another ship or with another ship. I would much prefer fighting on land.
I
Yeah,
second that.
but if you're on the ocean, then you can't really do that. Look, if I'm on a boat that's got cannon and you don't, then I'm gonna take all your stuff.
Maybe we could just get a giant spring-loaded axe.
Oh, we should get a giant catapult that will catapult us to the other boat. And then we
Yes.
can just kill them.
Yes.
Oh. I'm gonna circle back to when someone said a harpoon, because that's going to accomplish the same goal without possibly throwing you over the other side of the ship and then pretty much guaranteeing your death. A
That
harpoon...
never happens. I've never seen that happen.
It's because people don't usually catapult themselves from one boat to another, but they do throw grappling hooks and rope over to other vessels, pull themselves closer, use those ropes to get across. That's something you could do with the harpoon, as well as possibly damaging the hull, if that's something you wanted to do. There's a safer way to do the thing that you were thinking of doing.
Harpoon sounds nice.
Blob, big.
Okay. We're drunk with power.
I feel
We've been-
attacked.
We've basically been told, hey, you can do anything. What do you want? I want a boat that goes over land and fires axes out of a fucking cannon. That's what I want.
That is what this part of the game is designed to do.
Yeah. What Dashel said. That's nailed it.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
If that's what you want, we can make it happen.
Or I got it. The ultimate ship offensive weapon. You make a catapult or ballista. Yeah. You make a little shell for that you can put shit in. You fill it full of geese. You launch it at the boat. Done. The fucking done.
Problem solved.
I feel like we're in a design meeting somewhere. What product can we sell? And there's just an engineer in the corners, like, quietly weeping to himself.
Just sweat pouring down.
I love the idea of firing geese at other boats. Just angry, hungry geese.
It's pretty good.
Well, what's
They'll never
worse is that
expect it.
they are still in the shell.
Yeah, it breaks upon impact.
Time release.
Geese explode out, run wild.
Oh god. Okay, so weaponizing the boat. which includes
Weaponizing
what
geese.
specifically? I am personally, as a resident of this house, gonna put my foot down on the geese.
Plus, I mean, imagine where we'd have to keep all those geese on the boat itself. to
Imagine
fire them
cleaning
with
up
other
after
people.
the geese.
Yeah, that's just. Sonny's right. That's just a mess.
Well, I
waiting
don't know
to
why
happen.
you'd be imagining that.
I'm not scraping up any geese turds, dude.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Go ahead.
We've got some weapon ideas, and we've got some expansion ideas, and we know we want to try and extend both the range and the type of environments that we can use our ship. Perhaps you could get in touch with the home office for us and see what options they have available and which they don't.
Is this everything that you want to request for? Is there anything else?
So, no to the giant robot?
We're not going to be capable of that one for a little while.
What if
I can send that
lighthouse
request
becomes a big robot?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
We
can-
can all be in it. We each take an arm and a leg, and you know, like it's like Krillin swing, and I'll punch it.
Again, this is something I can request, but if that's something you want to be working on, it's going to take us a long time to construct. A lot of these ideas I can get done within a few days. But transforming the entire lighthouse, which again is a very important part of the community and keeps, sailors alive and everything. If that were to move, that's going to take a lot more effort and time on my part.
Oh,
lot
well,
of
maybe a big boat that transforms, not necessarily the lighthouse, because we're still renting that.
Again, yeah, that's feasible. It's just going to take time. So it's not a no on the boat. It's on the robot. It's a no on this week. There's not going to be a robot.
All right, that's fine. If you can just let them know I'm very interested in a giant robot.
Right.
Right.
All right. Any other more superficial items that I need to take into account?
You got a kitchen and all that, but you have a brewery.
I believe Miss Yap has been cooking something upstairs for a little while, but I haven't. We don't have anything formally set up. Is that something you'd like? Do you have the tools and things necessary for that? Is that something you want me to request? Request tools for?
I thought Weez tells you, and then you do it.
Well, I can get those things, but I'm only a carpenter. I can only do so much.
If you get the supplies, we'll brew various concoctions that we can serve both in our kitchen for ourselves and in the new lobby for our customers.
That's the one.
Okay.
Sonny, could I talk to you for a second, please?
Sure. He collects all of his papers so that nobody can alter any of the things that he's taken notes on so far, and goes into the kitchen with you.
As long as you're making improvements, do you think you could, could you reinforce the stairs, please?
I could. Are they causing you any problems?
Well, I've noticed they've been creaking just a little bit when I was, when I was using them. But now with another turtle in the lighthouse, I'm a little concerned that they might not be able to bear our weight.
Yeah, if it's a safety concern, yeah, absolutely. I could have that done tomorrow.
Thank you.
I can't fix the thing though, where when it rains, it leaks all the way down the stairs and then the water goes nowhere. I've tried. I've been working on that one for days. That one's a mystery to me.
Well, such is life sometimes.
Yeah, but I can take care of that for you. Is there anything else?
That's it for me. I just don't try and keep that work on the down. It's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, of course. I understand.
Thank
And
you.
then he goes back into the dining room and looks over at everybody else and say, "I'm gonna get started on work if unless there's anything else that you guys want to throw at me last minute."
I throw a gold coin at him.
Ow. He
That's
pockets
not
it.
nice.
That's a really good, generous tip. Okay, anything else? And then he immediately flinches.
Oh, right. So, do I gotta pay you for the shit in my office?
No. That's all supplied by higher ups. Everything else that's happening, I don't get paid, so this is going. You don't have to worry about that at all.
Well, hey, Sonny, you furnish that office real nice. I'll make sure to tip you real good.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Big chair.
Right.
I've already broken 3 chairs today.
I have noticed, and I'm planning on getting on that as soon as everyone's left this room. Okay, so those are the things that you guys want. I'm going to read back what I have as notes. I've got.
I'm so sorry.
So we have one room being converted into the occultant's office. We have the training room being moved to a possible constructed island or expansion of the island. An expansion of the island, which I have to figure out which is going to be the least economically damaging, which I believe would be factually moving the earth with magic. A bar in the entryway, as well as a stove to brew tea and coffee. Some even nicer furnishing for the entryway. Fences for the gardens. And the boat turned into a possible land vehicle with siege equipment and brewer's tools and equipment. And what was the last one I was just thinking? Is there anything you want to accommodate for the other people in the house? Just out of curiosity. Or any other rooms that you want to change what they're assigned to be?
Well, Missy and Sonny shouldn't have to share a room.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
And I would also like to commission a custom mattress to be made.
Okay.
That has a small hole right, where someone would lay their head, so that if someone, had an arrow through their head, they'd be able to lay in a variety of positions and have the arrow just not impede the movement of their head.
I can't remember if what we settled on, or I don't think we settled on, but brought up the idea of him sleeping face down in a massage chair. But I think that he actually just sleeps sitting up in his office chair. But if you would like to do that, you can do that,
I
yes.
would like to do that. No one should have to sit sleeping up in their office chair. I mean, if they want to exercise that option, that's their right, but they should also have the ability to lay fully extended. And if they want to roll their head around, like, you got to loosen those neck muscles up.
without killing them.
Can we also get him a nicer office chair that reclines?
Yeah, you could.
I mean, this all sounds tip top.
Yes.
I agree. Anything else? Any other room changes or something? And if you want to have Sunny and Missy move to different rooms, where do you want them to end up going?
Doesn't really matter. And actually, now that I think about it, for all we know, like, Missy and Sunny are a thing. And so if they're digging, sharing a room, and that's their thing, like, they should have that option. But also, if they'd like to have their own rooms, we can just split that number 9 right in half.
Okay. Okay. Is that it?
What's in 10 and 5 are both empty, correct?
Yes. Yes, 10 and 5 have not been designated.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is the training room that's in 6 is going to get moved to new construction and perhaps incorporate the deadly obstacle course that Krellick is so interested in. And then 6, 8, 10, and 5 will be the 4 empty rooms that yourself, Krellick, Krellick's got a spot. Yourself, Vicaris, Yumi, and Zashel can claim.
Oh, Yumi already claimed the room without a floor.
It's true. Do you want to start using that as private quarters or just for growing plants?
No,
like you've
that's
been
just
doing?
for growing plants. I'll sleep in like the dormitory for now, and if they move that, I'll sleep in the lobby.
Sleep in a bed.
I feel like Yumi like hangs from the ceiling or some shit when she's like,
Oh,
Oh yeah, I do. I have a hammock.
okay, right on. That's what I was assuming.
I could hang my hammock in room 4. And you'll just see me awkwardly climb on that, never touching the floor.
There isn't
Yeah.
one to touch, so you've been doing great.
Yeah. If you guys want to take a moment and type in moved or claimed spaces, I've got the Colton's office marked. That's the only one that's changed.
Yeah, and I'll just I'll have that be a living space and office, just to make it easy.
Cool. All right.
As Sunny goes to like leave, I'll catch up with him when he, out in the hallway, out in the room, and I'm gonna hand him 5 gold and say,
The most vicious geese you can find. Just a shit ton of them.
I can't.
I know you're the main, Sonny. I know you got me back.
I slap him on the back real hard and give him a as much of a smile as my beaked mouth can, and then I walk away from him.
You fully knock the wind out of him. And as he's trying to catch his breath, he's just still gasping. I don't think. God, ow. Okay. Zashel, do you have interest in claiming a space? Which room would you like to take?
I'll just take whichever one's left over.
All right. I mean, that Vicaris isn't here, so you have to pick between 5 and 10.
I will take 10 then on the first floor.
Okie dokie. Great.
I just realized I never updated my character in Roll20.
Okay. Good work, gang.
Was it?
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
that could have gone worse and longer. So
Thank God Vicaris is not here.
I am planning on PMing Doug and seeing if there's cosmetics or something that he would like to throw into the idea pot. Okay. Back to the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is Toby and Micah? Take you back to town. And what would you like to do now that you're here? You have items that have not yet been identified. You have people that you need to talk, have not heard from in a while. Where would you like to go first?
Who are Toby and Micah?
Toby and Micah are two members of Acquisitions Incorporated who are both sailors and ex-bandits that this crew saved from prison sentences.
Hell yeah! Do they know who I am?
They were with you on the boat that brought you back here on the Soul of Winter, so they have gotten to know who you are.
They were part of the fight against the killer whale.
Sick. Well, I guess more specifically, do they know me by reputation? If they're
right.
sailor bandits.
These two didn't typically work on the water, so actually, let me just roll them. Let me roll some checks for the both of them because they are sailors, so it would make sense.
Word of sea, I guess you could say.
The word of sea.
Not Micah. And nope. Yeah, not.
They were more smugglers than sailors, but they were like laborer smugglers because they got roots here in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with those wisdom checks, they might not even know you from the boat you were just on with them.
It's true.
They did not
that
do
Yop?
so great.
Yup, did you cut your hair?
Right.
Did you add stuff to your shell? It looks different.
It looks different.
Are you glowing?
Hey, the Yop-Krellick relationship hasn't progressed to the point where Yop is glowing.
Then why does your shell look shiny for some reason?
She's been preening, you know?
Buffing one
No,
out.
that's just the light spell that Yop normally casts on my bow.
Actually, that's Zashel, but
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That's fine.
I cannot remember who does it.
So I haven't been back to Saltmarsh in a long time. So, I mean, what's good to do in town? Anything new?
Oh,
Sort of.
Anders is a member of the council now. That's probably new. Speaking of which, I want to go see Edda.
I think that's a good idea. We should also see if Eleander's in his offices. We haven't spoken to him since he got back.
Well, I was gonna save that for Vicaris to go see. But sure.
I mean, you guys can also he can do that on his own time.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vicaris can deal with Eleander. I want to deal with actual acquisitions business, not Vicaris.
And to be fair, we aren't probably sure when he will be back to this.
Mm-hmm.
So that may take some time. So anything you want to get out now and talk about now would be in your best interest.
on our way there, I will be chatty with Krellick and explain. You see, the council has 5 members. Anders and Edda and Galen and Eleander and Manistrad. And they sort of run the town, you see, and what we found out so far is that this Galen Primewater, he might be mixed up with something called the Scarlet Brotherhood. And we also found out that the old sign for the lighthouse was stolen by a Scarlet Brotherhood member. His name is Scarin Wave Chaser, and he works for the Sumner family. He works for Anders, but he said that if he left a note saying that if we didn't want anything to happen to Anders, that we would stop investigating him, and so we have spoken with Edda about this, and I guess it's time we check and make sure that nothing, in fact, has happened to Anders.
Stole our sign. You want me to break his knees?
It may come to that, but right now we need to make sure that Anders is protected.
You want me to break Anders' knees?
I don't think that would go very far in either protecting Anders or endearing you to the group.
Right. I'll just. Yup. I'll
Yes.
follow you. I'll follow your lead.
Wonderful. I break Anders' knees. No.
Dead.
Dude, it would put him on bed
Vakar
rest.
stabs you and kills you. Okay. So you guys, right down here is the little mark that we have for the tortoise shell, the boat. And just down the ways a little bit, just past the wharf and the docks, is this well-constructed, well-maintained, very official-looking office building that is the council hall, that has polished wooden floors and big, heavy oaken doors that line the entryway, and at the very end there are massive double doors that are currently closed. Based on the time of day, you would know that if anyone is here, they would be in their offices. So you want to talk to Edda?
Yes.
Or do you want to talk to somebody else?
Yumi wants to talk to Edda. I don't know about everyone else.
I will follow Yumi.
I think Edda is the person to go to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following Yop, so
Got it. All right. You go to her office, and for the person who's not met her yet, she's a elderly, older sailor woman.
I break her knees.
Yeah. Who is calmly working, and as is most of the cases, they kind of have an open door policy. She's not talking with anyone right now, so you could just enter. And when you guys have been gone for almost about half a week, a little bit more, and so she gives you a nice, polite smile and says, "Oh, it's good to know that you're all survived. How are you all doing? I know some of you might not be as accustomed to prolonged times on the water as others, so I assume things went well, seeing as I see all of you here, plus some."
Well enough. How were things in town?
It took me a day or two to recover from that message you delivered to me, but Anders has been showing up to work, not looking any worse for wear, and every time I've talked to him, he seemed cheerful still, better than he had than that day after the, should I call it a confrontation I had with him. So, fine, I suppose. Whatever you've been doing, you being out of town, I suppose, has certainly helped the situation.
Yes. We heard Eleander was back. How much have you told him about the situation?
I've mentioned to him that I'm concerned for Anders' safety because of anybody here in the offices, even with only one leg. Eleander is a very capable fighter still, and if something were to happen, he would be the man. He would be the one who I'd call.
I'm sorry. This is Ted. Has Eleander always had the one leg?
Yeah, he's had a very nice, I believe, quote, elegantly carved peg leg.
I just didn't remember. That's all.
I think it was mentioned like the first time you guys met him, and that was it. Anyway, are you looking for any more work? Do you need my help with anything?
Well, we're wondering if he had any suggestions on what we should do next. with that whole situation?
I've been thinking about it. And I've been able to get a couple of letters around in the time that you've been gone. Perhaps someone might be able to give you a little bit more information than I can on this Scarlet Brotherhood, as you've been calling them. There's a half-elf out in Barrel, out right on the border of the Silverstand Forest. She's the leader of the garrison out there, the captain, named Kiara?
Yes.
Oh, do you know her?
I don't know her. I know the name. Where did I write that down?
Oh, well, if anyone knows
Kiara
anything...
Shadowbreaker, commander of Barrel Fort.
Yes, that's her. If anyone were able to have any more information on this, that she would be the one. She also is a, should I say, cautious sort? Very apt to defend herself and very quick to act in defense, if you understand. She's very good at preemptive striking.
That's good news. But I think that kind of missed my question of what should we do to make sure nothing...
Well, if you
No,
want
happens
nothing
to
to happen, if you want nothing to happen to Anders, then you should wash your hands of the whole thing entirely.
No, we can't just do that.
Well, then the best thing to do would be to go and try to weed them out, and the only one I can think of who might be able to help you with that would be Kiara.
Okay, but like while we're going to see her, is there anything that can be done here to keep him safer?
I wouldn't know. Besides posting a guard, which would then tell Scarron that he's being watched, and really, I don't know if Anders has dismissed him or not. It's very possible Scarron still has full access to the Sulmner estate, and still communicates with Anders on the regular. I don't know.
I think as long as we're not poking around Scarron's business, which, similar to heading out to the Emperor, we wouldn't be doing out of the Silver Grove, I think Anders will be relatively protected, I suppose. Scarron will simply think we've been scared off.
I agree.
Sure, that works. Yeah.
Sarah, has Krellick ever heard of the Scarlet Brotherhood before?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Hell
yeah. They're not pirates, so you don't even have a lead.
The nat one is on brand.
It's very good. Any other questions for me then?
I believe that's all.
All right. You might want to stop in on Anders and see. I'm sure he'd be happy to see you all.
Wouldn't that be suspicious?
We can just check in on all the council members that are here. Then it just looks like we're making the rounds.
All right, fine.
Okay, who do you want to go see next?
I actually approach Edda.
Okay.
And Krellick gets, is she at a desk or something?
She is at a desk, and she's kind of got her feet up a little bit on a stool behind the desk.
Oh, cool. I just come up to her desk and kind of sniff the air a little bit.
You ought to smell of the sea on you, lass. Respect.
She smiles and nods at you. And roll me an insight check.
Sure. A 9.
Okay. But she doesn't seem, I'd say, intimidated by your presence, as you are used to.
Yeah. She seems like she's been around. She's seen some stuff. Of course, I'm certainly not trying to intimidate her.
No.
Yeah.
But like passive intimidation. Um, she does not have the fear of a cowardly sailor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give her a knowing nod, and then I turn to leave the room.
Yeah. She returns it, and then you all leave. And who do you want to see next?
Do we just want to go to Anders next, or do we want to have some intermediary stops? Whose office is next?
I keep it vague to make it easy.
Shall we go see Eliander? Let's go see Eliander.
Okay.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. He's likewise working. He's got little spectacles over his nose. Which he looks a little bit scarred. He's middle-aged, and broad and heavy and but well built. And he doesn't smile very often. If he does, it's polite, but he seems genuinely pleased to see you all. It says, "Good to see you all back. I have noticed the silence in my office since you've been out of town, I understand."
Glad you made it back from the negotiations.
I wasn't worried.
How did that turn out, if I might ask? What was the considerations given to the lizard folk?
Well, it went well. They were not given as many... the assets they asked of us, I was only permitted to offer a certain percentage of, but I think ultimately it's hard to tell with the whole, and he puts his hand over his face, gesturing to his expression, and just say, there was difficulty communicating, to say the least, but I think everyone came out satisfied anyway.
Glad to hear it.
Well, we're
A
not.
little Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're not expecting to war with them, and that's ideal. I can offer them some men in assistance, but I cannot give them my entire force. A little compromise, and Werewolf, and I think that the Queen is fine with the solution we came to.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you needed, or are you just checking in on me?
Zashel sort of turns to everybody and gives anyone gesture.
We just thought we'd say hello.
It's good to see you all. Edda mentioned some things happening with Anders. You all keeping your noses clean?
Grellig looks
We are
nervous.
doing our best to not give this wave chaser fellow any reason to think we are antagonizing him, which largely involves not doing really anything around Anders right now. We'll be stopping in to say hello, same as we're doing with the rest of the council, but beyond that.
All right. Well, if you need help with figuring that out, or just need some skulls bashed, let me know.
Appreciate the offer. We have recently signed on a specialist in that area.
He looks at Krellick
Gesture.
and
Yeah.
looks rather impressed. The big metal one's out then. Okay, if there's nothing else you...
What is out? Sorry.
Don't worry, it was a dumb joke. Is there anything else you want to say?
More turtle power.
He gives you a thumbs up. Okay, anything else with him? You ready to move on?
I believe so.
Okay, who do you want to talk to next?
Get Anders right in the middle.
Sure.
I was checking with my team.
Yeah.
Anders is not. He is scribbling frantically in some little book, and he's got a couple of other books next to him. Anders is a very young, like early mid-20s kid with really big glasses and hair that's starting to get to a point where it needs to get cut. But he looks up and beams at you guys and says, "Oh, always good to see sailors returning home. How are you all doing?"
Wonderful. You seem to be in a very good mood.
Yeah, I've had some, you guys caught me on a bad day last time. I wasn't feeling myself. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. This is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Just, working with old notes and then working on coming up with my own. I'm getting the hang of it.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
I was going to say, can you excuse me 1 second? And I will go into the back of the group where he cannot see me, and I will cast Detect Magic.
Oof.
Oi, what are you doing? What are you doing back there?
Nothing, be right in.
Was that?
Sometimes, Krellick, we just let Sashel be Sashel.
He's doing some shit with his hands.
He does not appear. Actually, hold on. Let me just check a spell. Oh, there is a very, very light enchantment aura on him.
All kinds of things, but man, does that not make me happy. Okay.
Oh, you guys mentioned that you were headed out to, you said that you were thinking about possibly heading out to Silverstand, right? I know that was like a week ago. It's okay if that's not what you were thinking about doing anymore. I just wondering, are you still planning on heading out there?
It's certainly still on the list.
Are you actually going to go, or are you just thinking about going?
We haven't decided where we're going yet.
We just got back yesterday, so we're still figuring out where we're going from here.
I
Yes,
miss
we're
the land
definitely
very
going.
much, and I would not like to get on a boat soon, but we'll see.
Well,
We're
the
definitely
Silver Stand
going.
is done over land, so that might be a good area for us to head to if that's...
But we might choose to go somewhere else that's on a boat, so we haven't decided.
Okay. No trouble or anything. But if you are going, and he's talking, with his hands as he usually does, and he says, if you are, just let me know like right before. I have a letter for you to deliver if that's the direction you're going. But if you're not, then don't worry about it.
Who does the letter need to be delivered to?
Oh, just the commander of the garrison out there. Yeah,
I mean,
that's all.
we can make sure that that's delivered regardless. Be happy to do that for you.
Oh, okay, but I'll hold on to it until you guys are for sure gonna go, if that's okay.
Of course, it's your letter. Yeah, not a problem.
Okay, yeah. Just let me know.
Krellick whispers to Yop.
Is this the knees one?
These are the knees that we're trying to protect.
What?
Oh, nothing.
We always need to protect the knees in case we fall.
We need to
Yes,
protect
Anders,
the knees.
this is the newest member of the Lighthouse franchise of Acquisition Incorporated. This is Krellick. Krellick, this is Anders.
He stands
Councilman.
up and leans over the
Excuse me,
desk to
Councilman
shake your
Anders,
hand.
I apologize.
Oh, it's fine. Technically, it's Councilman Solner, but it doesn't matter.
I shake his hand and say,
You're the bee's knees.
Oh, thank you. He kind of straightens his shirt and sits back down.
What does that even mean? Oh, right, Krellick. Also remember, protect the face. And Yumi's gonna walk out of the office.
It's nice to see you again, Anders.
Yeah, it was nice to see you too. If you're interested, I know I kind of faulted really bad on the drink last time. But I mean, I can drink after I'm done working. If you wanna, if you guys are ever bored or anything or whatever.
Did somebody say drinking? Sonny looks over and he's all excited.
Perhaps we should meet up one day soon after you're done with your day of work.
Hey, sure. Whenever. Yeah, just let me know.
Will do. We will do.
See, Desarni's got the right idea.
I usually don't, man, but thanks.
Are we talking to more people in here? Is that what we're doing today?
There's a few more, and then I believe we have some
Oh
more
my
stops in town.
fucking god!
I mean,
Alright.
if you want to leave, you can go outside. You don't have to meet all of them, but we will talk to a couple more.
Look, you all just let me know what we need to do next. I'm gonna find something to eat and something to drink.
Okay.
Yes, there is a...
Literally, like right outside the council hall is a market and stuff.
cool, yeah.
Alright, I saw some fish outside, so that's where I'm gonna be. Anders and Anders. Watch them knees, boy.
Okay.
And the face. Remember to protect the face.
It was good to see you, Anders, and Zasha will turn and leave.
Later, dude. Sonny's gonna turn and follow.
Okay. And do you even want to keep going? Do you want to go see Manistrad and Gellin?
Yes, you will, because I think Manistrad said we never visit them last time, and I feel guilty.
Yep. Also,
You're
I
gonna
feel like we need to keep up the pretense of seeing all the council members, so
At least
Okay.
some of us do, yeah.
one of these days I really want to get...
Oh, we
I
should have
need to come up with a clever way to talk to Gellin, but
Why don't you just talk to him?
told Krellick
So-
to break his knees.
yeah, we really should have.
Dang it.
We know Gellin is running a smuggling operation. We're not sure if it's the same one that we broke up fairly early on that Tobias and Micah used to be a part of. So, but he lied to us, like, flat out. And we kind of know that he did. So,
I mean,
If we're looking for an excuse to go talk to him, wasn't he the one who was friends with Ingo and was worried about Ingo and his fortune?
I thought that was Eleander.
Eleander, they're old war buddies.
That's what
Yeah,
I
that's-
wanted to
that's
talk
why
to
we-
Eleander about.
That's why
Yeah.
we asked Ingo if Eleander was back.
I mean, I could certainly break into this smuggling place through the front door, right? Or I could just you could try to get me hired in, like as like a plan to like if you want to like find out what's happening there. Like I could just be a criminal working there.
Ted, if you wanted to talk to Eleander, you can still say something to him.
No. I mean, we already spoke to Ingo yesterday. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just ideas because I don't know what anything you just said was.
Right.
Technically, we all brought Trellick into the office, and he's already been seen with us, so probably not a
Ah.
good idea.
But
that don't
not
matter
by
much
Gellin.
for me. Yeah, that don't matter much by Krelly.
Gellin could have spies. You don't know.
there's like a secretary here, this little gnome woman, and she is very frequently not at her desk.
The office could be bugged.
I guess, yeah. Okay, who do you want to see, Gellin or Manny first?
Man,
you wanted to see Manistrad? Let's go see Manistrad.
Okay.
I leave them to the rest of their business. On the way out, I steal as many mints that are at the receptionist desks. Like I like just a hand in the bowl, taking them and munching them on the way out. And I
In
just
the
head into
wrapper?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And I'll just head over to the market and like steal a few fish to eat.
That's fine. Okay. And so Manistrad is in her office with her. I think I've talked about this desk being like built so that it's altered, but really poorly altered, so it suits her height. And she's got her feet up on the desk, and she's just picking her teeth and looking at her nails. Like she's clearly not working. And she does not make any attempt to look like she is working when you guys enter. And just says, "Hey, there you guys are. Been waiting for your visit for a really long time. Not that I have any work for you, though."
No worries. It's good to see you again after the party at Gellin's. We just got back from sea, I guess.
Yeah,
Somewhere
Etta
around
was
here.
saying something about that, yeah.
Well,
did she
originally
already
we had-
tell you we just got here?
No, she told me that you guys left. That's why I wasn't
okay.
hearing you guys in the halls every other fucking day.
That's kind of rude.
What?
We originally planned to just cut that off. Introduce the newest member of the Lighthouse franchise, but he is across the way in the market at the moment. We were checking in, just making sure everything was running
Yeah.
well and making sure there was nothing we could be of assistance with. But it seems you've got nothing that we might assist you with, as you said.
I mean, unless you can just mine or, like, without labor, then no. And she smiles.
I can break up and move quantities of rock fairly easily, but ore itself would be beyond my abilities, I think.
Yeah, I think there's not a lot. The two of us are gonna have to be talking about. But I do appreciate you guys coming around.
If you do ever think of anything that you might need our assistance with, we have a wide variety of skills. Actually, I believe my friend Yop here, Yop,
Yes.
might be more familiar with your interests.
Yeah? And she looks you up and down.
I believe, Yop, you told me you came from the Smiths in... Where was it again?
In Baldur's Gate.
That's what it was, Baldur's Gate.
Yes, I spent much time in Baldur's Gate working at the forge there. It was quite lovely.
Yeah, I have a couple cousins out there, but I mean, who doesn't have cousins in Baldur's Gate? Who'd you work with? Huh?
Nothing not important.
Let me look up my backstory and find out who I worked with.
Oh, I've got it here. If you
Okay.
want me to, do you want me to?
Yeah, I worked with them.
Here I'll give
There
you.
it is. Hold on. Yeah, I worked with Miragold Brightfire, who's very lovely. She ran one of the forge that I worked at there. Good, lovely woman. And I also worked with a wonderful, crazy old gnome named Torpus Tinkertor. Did any of those names seem familiar to you?
Not even a little bit, but maybe I can. I mean, who knows? I got dudes from all over working out here. Maybe one of them's heard from you. Oh God, sorry, my cat.
You have a cat?
I tried to break character voice for that, but yeah. I mean, I'm not a craftsman myself, really, just a worker. But I mean, we got a couple people here who are interested in tinkering and all that.
That's nice. Yop sort of is losing interest in the conversation.
Anyway,
She stares at you for a minute. Good talk.
I have one question.
Yeah?
If you didn't really have anything to talk with us about, why were you so interested in seeing us?
Just kind of hoping you guys weren't racist. That was really it.
Oh, I see. Well, we're not.
Yeah, most tall folk, when they come through, very much avoid my door. So, I don't know.
That's horrible.
I'd been hoping, but I mean, you guys still took, 2 weeks to show up? I mean, I'm assuming you're not racist, but I mean, I've only spoken to you a couple of times, so.
Wait, is she a dwarf?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What do you specialize in again?
Well, yeah, I did remember that, Yop, which is why I
Okay.
thought it was weird you were talking to her like that. She leans back, puts her hands behind her head, and she says, I am probably the nicest speaker of the clan that was hired to come and mine for Seaton.
or Seaton, is that a person?
Seaton, the capital of your
Oh, right,
country?
right. I'm not from here, so.
Ah, okay. Well, then I get it. No, I am the pretty face they put that the good King Scotty put in the office to make sure the voices of my people got heard in council meetings. But I mean, whatever.
And your people operate the mines for the human nation? Or was this mine already yours? I'm a little confused.
Oh, no, it's just we were hired here because something about Keolan's expansion, you know, they need materials, metal works and other things. And I mean, we're better at mining than most tall folk. The air doesn't get to us. We can, and I mean, our bigger hands mean when you crush your hand, you have more hand to work with still. We've only been in town for a few years.
I had no idea.
Yeah. And, I mean, not that it really matters, but I definitely know that a lot of folks are very eager for us to leave. So we're trying to just do the work, keep our heads down, and try not to hit people in our downtime. She just shrugs and smiles.
I guess we just never had any particular business with what you do. Most of it seems like guard-related things. So we talked to Eleander, and he kind of brought Etta along on that thing. So, and Yumi just shrugged.
Listen, I don't care. I was, like I said, just hoping y'all weren't racist, and I mean, we'll see, right? Wait, are you guys the fuckers who Etta tried to give my crowbar to?
Yes, we were.
All right, okay.
Okay, does that sound like us? That's probably us.
We
All
did.
right.
We asked for the
Yeah,
crowbar.
that's definitely us.
All right.
Did you get that crowbar back?
I did. Thank you,
Okay,
though. Thank
excellent.
you. She like reaches down and it's within arm's reach, and she just kind of waves it in the air.
That's terrifying. That at any moment she just has a crowbar within reach.
That's awesome.
All right. I've also been seeing you guys in court a lot. Y'all good?
Yeah, you know, we've
That was very good.
the cases we have been in court for have not been for any of us specifically. They have been cases that Acquisitions has been advising on.
Gotcha. Well, good on ya. Not a lot of people offer those services. You make good money doing that?
I don't make any money doing that. It has been pro bono efforts so far, although the three individuals that we have, well, the two individuals that Acquisitions has assisted with now work for Acquisitions, and then the final person was more of a personal interest. So,
Good work. Well, I guess I'll be seeing you around some more if that's what you're gonna keep doing, so.
I don't know. I mean, yes, you will, if that should come up again.
Okay.
If there is ever anything we can assist you with, work-related, personal, or otherwise, please do not hesitate to contact us.
Sure. If I can think of anything. She taps her temple.
Excellent. We have one more council member to speak with.
I wasn't special. She just laughs as you guys leave.
Well, we didn't save you for last. We're not... I can't... Well, I
You know that makes it sound worse that we don't like her.
She just
But no,
waves
I'm
for you guys to keep going. She's
far
laughing.
more excited about speaking to Manistrad than our last council person. Anyway,
You're not our least favorite.
and by like a very huge margin.
All right, and you go to Gellin, who
Gellin's
is
left.
Yep, Gellin's just reading a novel, also not working, and just glances up over at you over his glasses, and nods for you to enter. Made it back safe, I understand. And
Yop does a slow spin. Safe and sound.
wonderful. It's good to see you all. Anything I can help you with today?
Not specifically. It was more. We recently returned from efforts to help.
I see. Well, as far as news goes, I hear that the effort to scrub that one curse or whatever it was, that charm on the bridge that one of you mentioned caused some discomfort. I understand that has been thoroughly dispelled. Took some effort.
Wonderful.
But other than that, I don't have anything particularly special. I don't plan on having another party for another month or so.
Oh dear.
But if you're looking for an invitation, I can certainly keep you on the list.
Oh, well, that would be lovely. I like a party.
As do I. Did you need something from me?
Oh,
Didn't
well,
we ask him to? He was looking into something for us, wasn't he? I mean, I know we gave him the note to translate, and he lied about not being able to read it, but I thought we had him looking into something.
I gotta check, because I don't remember. I don't have anything, it looks like.
Okay, I'm probably just confused.
Okay. I mean, I could also be wrong, but... Nothing else you want to say? Anything you want to do? No? Okay.
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. Okay. Then you all head back outside to the market and fetch, I believe Dasani also went with Krellick.
Krellick
is the
has
market still standing?
Probably, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
While waiting, Krellick has ritually cast Speak with Animals and has lured a small bird to him and has convinced the bird to pick at some food stuck in the back of his mouth. So Krellick is he's standing there like with his mouth open. Oh boy, I wrote
With
down
a bird's head in it.
yeah, like there's like you see the tail end of the bird sticking out there. My little vermiform, which is the tongue lure snapping turtles have, is kind of like like flicking around a little bit, and you just hear me like,
Was it? What are they? Get to the left? Okay, yeah, almost.
Oh, God.
Krellick, don't eat that bird.
you surprise me. My mouth closes real quick.
No, Krellick, let him go. Let him go.
I kind of like
beating him with a purse.
I kind of like open my mouth, and the bird falls out, kind of covered in spit into my hand.
Oh, sorry there, little one. You alright?
It's clearly not.
How could you do this to me?
Heal the bird.
Goddamn right.
The bird's fine and flies away.
I shout after the bird, "Are you all fucking done?"
It's a
All
good thing.
right. Go ahead.
It's a good thing Betty didn't see that.
Well, you can't surprise me there. I didn't know you all were coming out already.
Yes, all the conversations with the council members are concluded.
Learn any good council stuff then?
No, council business seems slow, but appearances were kept up, and that's the important thing.
Did it seem suspicious at all that Anders wanted us to deliver a letter to the fort?
Not especially. I believe he mentioned her when we had lunch. She was his good friend. I'm more concerned with there was a bit of enchantment magic on him, but that could be so many things.
Oh dear.
I really have no way of knowing what it is. No, more his personality shift. I don't think we've ever seen him quite so animated, especially at work.
Yeah, I guess it was more suspicious on me because we just talked to Etta about going there and then he brought it up. You don't think they're spying on Etta, do you?
It's possible, although the magics involved in that would be taxing, to say the least, to keep constantly on her.
Why don't you just ask him?
Why don't we just ask him?
Just say, "Hey, what's up?"
We did speak to him.
Yeah, but well, you're talking about shit you don't know. Why don't you just ask him?
Because the last time we asked him about something he didn't know, he almost had a nervous breakdown.
Well, I mean,
Also, we are trying to keep any connection to Anders very hidden at the moment. Scarin Wavechaser has made it clear that if we continue to pry into Anders' business, that retaliation will fall on Anders himself.
so just kill him. No retaliation, then, right?
There is definitely that plan in the works, but the other part is that this
Wait, when you
Wave
say just
Chaser...
kill him, do you mean kill Wave Chaser or kill Anders?
Well, which one do you want to kill?
Wave Chaser.
Or that one?
Yes, the problem is he has an unknown...
That's who we want to kill, not who you want to kill. Like you've suggested breaking people's knees and just killing people, and
Look,
they're crazy.
More immediate, the
Or-
problem is Scarin Wave Chaser has an unknown number of associates who, even should we kill Scarin, will continue the work that Scarin is working on. And so...
Well, we just take them out. Look, I'm the idea guy. Okay. Look, I'll kill who you want me to kill. But I'm just look. You're saying he's got magic on him, and you're all wishy-washy about what it is. Just tell him, "Oi, you got fucking magic on you. What are you doing?"
And that could get him killed.
Well, it sounds like he's about to get killed anyway, right? I mean, we might do it.
Amy just throws her hands up in frustration and walks off.
Well, you see, Krellick, in theory we might. But the difficulty is that we don't know all the details about the Scarlet Brotherhood. And until we do, it's probably a good idea to keep all potential leads alive.
Alright, so it's like you're keeping it on the down low,
Yeah.
like a secret stuff.
Yes, you've
That's
got
exactly
it now,
what I said.
Krellick. Well, sometimes turtles just need to hear it from another turtle.
I will just say that you probably should just directly approach him if you have questions. Otherwise, you're just going to be spinning your yarn.
I mean, I'm not super concerned about the magic on him right now.
But it's good information to have.
Alright, so what are we doing for the rest of the day? You talking to more people, or...
I think we have a few things that we could have Zendros take a look at items-wise. Yes? Was something... No?
Certainly.
Okay.
But beyond that, I don't think I mean, that's not something we have to do immediately.
This isn't pressing either, but if anyone is interested in visiting our friend up at Crabber's Grove, I think I'd like to visit him again.
Ingo?
Oh no, the gentleman is stuck in the basement.
Why on earth would you want to see that?
Don't. Oh, you mean the wall I couldn't get through because it was racist?
Yes, Zelik.
Yeah, why on earth would you want to actually see that thing?
Well, I don't know. It's probably a good idea to make sure he's still there, and...
I mean, we could ask Ida. She had posted guards.
They didn't seem to be very effective last time we spoke with them.
But, I mean, they would at least know if he was still in there. I feel like if he was not in there, Ida would be far more concerned and probably hiring us.
Yes, but,
Unless you think Ida's evil and let him go.
Well, no. I guess I just... haven't really been feeling myself lately. And I think I might be able to find some answers there.
You mean now we'll suspiciously eye Yap? You're not gonna try to let it out, are you?
No, that would be a horrible idea.
We did just get paid a lot, so I got a lot of money in my pocket ready to burn.
Oh, you probably want to meet Captain Zendros.
Sure, I don't know who that is.
Captain Zendros handles the... what was the name of that store? The name is unimportant. They deal in hard-to-find items, especially those of a magic nature.
Alright, sounds interesting.
Which direction do you want to go?
You need backup if you're going to some basement.
Well, yes, but let's go see the captain first. We were close by.
Okay. We'll take our 10-minute break, and we'll take our 10-minute break, and once you have, you'll cross the Sharkfin Bridge, go to the western side of town, and meet up at the faithful quartermasters of Eos. Right. You guys want to go to Captain Zendros at the faithful quartermasters of Eos temple. So on the western part of the island, which is a little, or not the island, of the city, which is a little bit less crowded, I'd say, is a building that is. The yard is very poorly maintained. The outside of the building isn't very well kept. It looks like it was a house that's been converted, and inside is dust-free, immaculate, full of people, all in brown robes, running around rather frantically and looking incredibly busy, with crates and boxes and all sorts of chests and other like vessels and things, that keep you from really seeing really anything that could possibly be of interest in this establishment. There is, as always, who appears to be at the center of everyone's attention, a rather short, little bit stocky, but mostly muscular, red tiefling woman with dark hair, who is signing off on papers, giving people instructions, and when she sees when she sees a customer, she gives a sharp-toothed smile, and when she recognizes all of you, she's like, "Oh, it's been a very long time, it feels like. I was seeing you once a day, and then we were not here for... what is it now? It's... better part of a week. I've missed you all."
Yop looks at Vakaris.
Who isn't here?
Or Vakaris.
Yop looked at where Vakaris would be standing.
I think I haven't been to Saltmarsh in a while, but do I know who this is?
Roll me another intelligence check.
Sure. Here we go. A 3.
Very good. You don't know her by name, but you know her reputation. Most people in the city, if they see her, try to avoid her. She does not, because that is the case, does not leave this building very often.
I get that. I get that. Well, I mean, Krellick will walk forward. Is she's just like in the open, or is there like a counter, that sort of thing?
There is a counter, but she seems to not. She doesn't have time really to settle anywhere. She stands in the middle of the floor as people come to her, and she moves around other people as well.
Does she like carry anything that like shows her rank? Like looking at her, does she have anything that I recognize as like, oh, this is a captain?
You see her long. Okay. Ooh, this is. Can you roll me insight?
Yes. It's a natural 1, so it's a 2.
Her coat, like as cheesy as it is, she is wearing a long, like captain's coat that the sleeves have been ripped off of. That has a lot of pockets. She also has some bracers, but nothing that specifically indicates her rank. No.
Cool. I just approach her and just say, "Oi, I'm Krellick. I got a shit ton of gold, and I'm ready to spend it."
That is the exact sort of thing that I like to hear from somebody. And she looks at everybody else. This one's new?
Yes, we met him fairly recently.
Captain Zendros of the Temple of Eos. And she shakes your hand.
Is Krellick?
Yes, I heard. Now, I know it's a long shot, and she looks at everybody else. This one says he's interested in purchasing something, but are the rest of you? I know that you've made frequent appearances with rather, disappointing ending results.
No, I don't know about that. Look at these lovely pants.
Oh, that reminds me. And she goes to one of the cases that are around this room, and pries open the lid on a crate, and dusts some hay off, pulls out a black leather belt, and it's got a long strap. And she says, "You were looking for something a little bit more transformative, yes?"
What did you have in mind?
She puts it around herself and then cinches it down as tight as it can, and then a pair of pants appear on her, and she grabs them and tugs them, and you can see that they are real.
Oh. How much for the belt of real pants?
Dear, this one might be a little out of your price range. What did I say before? Do you remember how much I sold the first one to you for?
10 gold.
Very cute. She goes to her giant tome, her ledger, and I have to go grab my book real quick.
Right.
Be right back.
Belt of real pants. Do you think if you tore the real pants off, that another set of real pants is underneath them?
That's an excellent question. I'm already anticipating that the belt of real pants will lead to my death because they'll get caught in a door or something.
Okay. She scours her ledger and says, yes, I think I sold the first one to you for maybe a couple 100 gold. These ones, this one closer to 1,000.
Oh, well. I think for that amount of gold, I think I'll stick with my illusionary pants. Thank you very much.
Oh, so disappointing. I spent so much time trying to figure this one out for you.
Well,
Well,
thank you for
hold on.
thinking of me.
We can work something out. How about I got just what you need?
And I take the jeweled belt out of the straps on me.
How about a jeweled belt of belts?
She goes to take it from you if you'll let her.
Yeah, I'll let her.
Okay. And pulls out a glass from her pocket. Like a little jeweler's magnifying glass, and studies it. And she says, "Oh dear, this is maybe worth 400 gold to me, but I could take it in partial exchange if you were to supplement the rest with real cash."
What do you think?
Well, would you like to buy your old belt back as part of the exchange?
I could do that, but for half price. I would not sell it back at the cost I gave to you.
Well, then I guess you'll just miss out on the extra 300 or 400 gold.
I hope you understand that even though I work here, I make a lot of money elsewhere as well. I understand I'm not well liked here, but you are not my only customers. I have just been treating you as preferred.
No, I understand completely. I just, if a belt that costs 200 gold has 100% profit, you make 100 gold. If a belt that's 1,000 gold, you make 500 gold profit, right? Even with the stuff in exchange that you can resell or reuse. It seems like you're just losing out on money, but that's okay. I don't want to seem ungrateful. I'm both very happy with this belt of illusionary pants, and I'm very happy that you were thinking of me when you found that belt. It's just, I guess, a little rich for my blood.
Her yellow eyes kind of glisten. She blinks slowly, shows you her teeth, then just nods.
Right, okay, so no better paints. But what about you got something that help me swim in the water? I mean, like fast.
How do you mean fast? You mean faster than a creature that perhaps you? And she looks at she gestures towards Dasani, or something that is as capable as him.
Well, I just want to be able to swim like a fish.
Swim like a fish, or as a fish?
No, I'm not a fish. I'm Krellick. I just want to swim like a fish.
I think I understand. Alright, you are new here. This is how this works. If you are interested in a specific device, it might take me some time to reach the connections that I have and have something transported here. On top of the initial cost of the item, whether it have to be found or crafted, I ask for 50 gold personally for the trouble, if you understand.
Alright.
A device such as you're looking for. She goes through her ledger. Let's see. Could run you. Looks like about 500. 700 gold.
Okay.
Not counting my personal fee.
Well, of course, obviously. We want to take care of you. What about, look, I got this lantern, and it's great, but it don't work underwater. So what about something that lets me see in the dark or underwater?
Something of that nature. Could part with for 400 gold, it looks like.
So, 450.
He pulls out a smaller abacus with skull heads on it.
Right, here's 1200.
Wonderful.
How long
And-
is this gonna take? Like, I'll come back in an hour.
Oh dear, no. This will take days. Let's see, that first one, a necklace of adaptation, could get here in 3 days' time, perhaps? The Drift Globe, 5?
I was thinking, wait, a drifty what?
A Drift Globe could go underwater, follow you where you go, and has some other magical properties as well. You can turn it on and off, you can make it as bright as daylight.
Hell yeah. Or, yeah, just when they're ready, just send a note up to, we live in a fucking lighthouse, right?
We do live in a fucking lighthouse. Yes.
The lighthouse, yeah, it's the one. You know, that one.
I'm familiar, yes.
Yeah, just send a note.
Is anybody else willing to part with any coin today?
Considerable
Yeah.
amount. Go ahead, Yumi.
Oh, do you have anything that's already in stock that I wouldn't have to wait for?
I do. Let me just check what we have today. Couple of potions, it looks like. Oh. Oh, as it happens, as fate would have it, I actually happen to have the Drift Globe in stock. But potions, I have a few of healing. I have a few that let you understand any spoken language and let you be understood by something being spoken to you. She shouts in another language at one of the attending robed figures, and they run through the building into another room, and then come back later with a drift globe. Dice are in your favor. You got that one today.
Sick.
Let's see, what else do we have? We have some arrows that are a little bit hardier, little sharper, more accurate, so theoretically, little enchantments on them, very light effort. And a potion that lets you step into the ethereal realm for a period. Let's see. What else?
Do you have something that would let me carry more arrows?
I could acquire that for you.
Yeah, it gets a little heavy carrying all the weapons around.
Yes, you look encumbered.
Overburdened.
Yes, you look a little overworked, dear. I could have that to you in 4 days. For
And
the
how much would that be?
500 gold.
All right, that should work.
Okay. She records that.
Do I pay you now? And Yumi starts pulling out the money.
Yes.
She will hand over 500 gold.
Oh, are you giving her a $50 tip?
I thought she said it was 500. No.
I think she said. Did I say? I did say 5. Oh yeah. And she coughs. It's 50 gold for her retainer fee.
Oh, so I pay the 50 now and 500 when I pick it up?
That also is appropriate.
Or can I just pay all of it? Because I will probably forget.
I will not let you forget to pay me. But if
I
you
will
wish to
forget
pay me
bring it
now,
on the day of. But yes, I can pay it all now. So 550.
Don't be like Zashel and put stuff on retainer and then not have the money to buy it.
Yes, I might spend it somewhere else. That's the fear.
Like on a lamp.
Yumi will pay it all off now.
okay. She puts all of these coins into a box, and looks at Zashel, Dasani, Yop. You guys interested in looking for anything?
No, I think I'm good.
I'm all good, thank you.
I don't need I can't think at least of a particular item I need, but what I do need is some supplies for copying magical symbols into a book. Inks, that sort of thing.
Of course. And how much would you be requiring?
I'd like to just get ahead of my future purchases. Do you have, say, 500 gold worth?
I can make that appear, yes. And then she shouts out to the hall again, in another language. I don't think any of you speak. And then I don't think you do. I have to double check.
Is she speaking Aquan? Because I speak Aquan.
Oh, that's right, you do. She's not speaking Aquan. I remembered you speak.
I
okay.
speak some weird language.
No, you do actually. Yeah, Zashel. I mean, you do understand her, and she is just, giving instruction. But I mean, that does kind of indicate what she's. I'll whisper it to you. Anyway, a dude with a lot of paper and ink comes out in, and they'll package that up in a bag for you, like a leather satchel.
Greatly appreciated.
And I am very grateful that we have had productive meeting today.
I actually have a question about our transaction. I got the globy thingy. What was it that I'm buying again?
You will be receiving it is called a necklace of adaptation that allows you to breathe underwater. And
Oh, see, that's it. See, I can hold my breath for a long time, so I don't need to breathe underwater. I need to swim like a fish.
oh, I see. Perhaps we can meet some other time and we can discuss some options.
All right, tell you what. I'll take me money back, but I'll leave you 10 gold because you're nice and I like you.
If you would like to continue this interaction, if you'd like to pursue this artifact you'd like to find, I will be keeping 50 gold.
I see. Yeah, yes, that'll work.
She smiles with some sharp teeth and then hands back the payment that you made.
Cool.
Anyone else interested in anything?
Nothing is jumping out at me, unfortunately.
Okay. And the haggling mechanic for this is going to be fun.
I was going to ask about a staff of healing, but I can't actually attune it.
No. Want a staff of the adder instead?
No.
Is that a snake staff?
It is.
It turns into a snake and then doesn't turn back. Oh, you can.
And you've been away for a while. You wouldn't all happen to have anything that you've might want to sell to me, or maybe have someone look at.
Turns out we do. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah. Here. And Yop will hand over a cloak and 2 potions.
She takes all of these things in her hands and one by one casts identify. Each one, while she holds it, drifts between her hands until the spell is nearly complete, where she grabs them and then she tells you what they are. The cloak is a cloak of protection. It had been wrapped around a spider's leg like a tarp.
Gross.
Where'd it go? Cloak of protection. There you go. And then the other 2 potions are Potion of Heroism, Potion of Water Breathing.
Does she charge for identifying stuff?
If I remember correctly, no, she didn't. She hasn't done this for you guys yet. It's a 10 gold per casting.
I'll cover it.
Pleasure
Alright.
doing business with all of you.
Yes, it was good to see you again. We will, I'm sure, be back at some point.
Yes, I suppose you probably would. Okay.
Nope, nothing.
Okay. And now you want to head up to Crabber's Grove? Yeah.
I would like to head up to Crabber's Grove.
I
Is any-
will definitely be going also because
Healing
I
will
was
follow
able to
in
get
case
through
we
last
get
time.
attacked by crabs again.
Krellick will accompany because they were talking about some weird thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys cross back into the busy part of town, the east side, go follow the main road all the way up to the dilapidated and abandoned section of town in the very far reaches of the western end. And Krellick,
Well,
you
on the way, could I get a bit of very high quality like fish netting to hang the drift globe where the lantern would be?
yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll just price that at whatever fishing, like block and tackle, or fishing tools would be.
Yeah, sure. I don't know how much that costs.
I don't either. I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the eastern part of the city is mostly abandoned. That becomes very evident and apparent that it is completely due to the fact that it is completely overrun by giant crabs. And by giant, I mean 3 to 4 feet in diameter and standing to about 3 feet tall on occasion. But we're not going to make you guys fight more crabs today. I don't think we need to do that.
Wait. Why don't we take them, put them in front of the lighthouse?
Hmm.
it's actually something to consider. Capturing some of those crabs. That's
A moat filled with giant crabs
And geese?
and geese. Both protection and, if need be, a little bit of an extra seafood snack.
Little bit of lunch? Yeah, it's a good idea.
Big old claw comes out and snaps towards you. And this one particular building stands a little bit apart from the others. It was mostly boarded up, and looks like it has long since been abandoned. Although most of the windows now are opened, the boards have been removed. There is Will. You guys met Tom and Will Stoutly, standing at the porch, leaning against the door and keeping one eye. Leaning against the door frame. The door is open, keeping one eye towards the road and one eye inwards. He nods at you as you enter. His husband is guarding the steps in the back, and you can go right through this relatively small building to the basement, to the cellar, that is kept completely black.
and yeah, what is it that you're hoping to
Well, I was just curious to see whether or not I'd be able to stick my hand past that barrier like I was previously.
and that's all we're concerned with, right? We're not
Yes, I'm hoping that I can. I'm hoping that everything is just as it was previously.
That the door's not gonna be racist towards you, or is gonna be racist towards you this time?
Well, no, I was able to stick my hand through it last time, so I'm hoping that I can still do that.
Why would it be racist against you now if it wasn't before?
Well, I just haven't really been feeling quite myself, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yui would like to inspect Yop to see if she's changing races.
Oh my god. Okay. Sure. I'm rolling a nature check, actually.
Sorry, hold up.
Okay. No, she's not.
It turns out I'm a Yanti and I just found this shell.
That's
Been carrying it.
100% pure turtle.
Right. You could have just asked Krellick.
Okay, so Yop, you're gonna go downstairs towards the barrier, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would like to go with her since I made it through last time.
Okay. So you both walk down the stairs, and there is that space that has a very light shimmer to it. And beyond that shimmer, you're not surprised to see, but the figure who was there before still just remains like nearly out of eye line, shrouded in darkness, the long white hair and the yellowed skin and the 6 sharp teeth. And Yop, when you put your hand up to the field, before there was, not unlike putting your hand to water, like the softest resistance of feeling a difference between air and this material. Now it feels like you're putting your hand into jelly and you're feeling like you have to maybe force your way through. Do you try to do anything to yourself? Any thoughts you have, or like something calming you might do, something orderly that you might try to do anything different?
Nope. I'm just going to try and push my hand through.
All right. If you try to use just force,
Mm-hmm.
you feel resistance and you cannot pass.
Okay. Zashel, do you think you could try and put your hand through?
Of course.
Zashel, your hand moves through like water. Would you make me a dexterity saving throw?
I'm still good at these.
I would also just like to state that, I mean, Krellick is also down there because
Watching?
they were. Well, I mean, I'm not
So good.
interrupting what they're doing at the moment.
Okay. There's a flash that doesn't of darkness, and there is something that is holding your wrist. And as it takes form, you see the figure from the other side of the field, right next to you, holding your with his claws around your wrist.
Zelek, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Krellick! And I will reach out and grab Zashel.
Does this thing look like it's being threatening towards Zashel?
Let me just get you on a map real quick.
It's real bad.
Okay, let me just get everyone where they need to be. Oh wait, this some of you guys are in. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this is gonna look super weird to you guys, because of how the map needs to lay, so that we can have multiple floors on the map. But we'll roll with it. Okay. So we've got everybody right here, with Zashel and Yop at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm assuming the two of you can still see yourselves over here. Yeah. All right.
Correct.
All right. Let's roll initiative.
I knew it. Oh.
Dasani, did you?
Yeah, I'm coming. I lost. I lost. I lost connection.
Oh no!
While I was refreshing my page because I wasn't paying attention. Oops, there we go.
Okay. No Betty with us today. Okay, Yumi, you are the first to act.
She will run to the top of the stairs, I guess.
Okay.
Can I see through the thing?
Through the field, yes, but it's very dark in there.
I will try to shoot at the thing that's holding on to Zashel's wrist.
Okay. Make an attack roll. It stops just like the tip of the arrow against the field and does not go through.
Doesn't look like you can attack through it. That's my turn.
Wait, you're 5th level, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Your
shoot at
attack?
it again.
Just
It
asking.
didn't go through. Well, I don't know. I assumed it didn't go through, so she's not gonna waste another arrow
All right.
until someone else proves that they can attack through it.
Okay, Yop, your turn.
I'm sorry, Zashel. Try and wiggle free.
And I will cast Bless on myself and Zashel, and I guess Yumi's the only other one I can see.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you'd be able to see me. I'm right next to you guys.
Oh, yep, I've got him. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'll cast it on Krellick instead of Yumi.
Well, you can still cast it on Yumi. Yeah. I just want to clarify. I'm
Probably
like,
a better choice.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm just casting it on whoever's closest because we're the ones that can potentially wrestle Zashel free if this becomes a tug of war.
Gotcha.
Okay, gotta get. Oh, now you're too far on the map, so I couldn't. There we go. 14. Okay. Zolik's turn. With with your hand through the gate, he begins to pull and then bring his mouth down at your wrist, and we'll do this attack. Oh, that's not great for you. Does a 25 hit?
No.
So you're going to take 9 piercing damage, and then 7 necrotic, and your hit point maximum will reduce by 7.
Okay.
And then Dasani.
Wait, I'm confused. So what is happening right now?
Did I get to?
Oh, it reordered it. Okay, yeah, your turn, Zashel, sorry.
I would like to guiding bolt him. Get off me right now.
Yeah! This goes through the barrier. Well, whatever hand this is coming from, this goes through the barrier.
Okay, there should actually be 2d6 more on that.
Okay.
So 19.
All right.
Wow, that's...
I'm very happy that you finally hit with the guiding bolt.
Yeah, right. And no disadvantage needed.
All right, Dasani.
Probably should have used my action to try to break out, but realistically,
This feels like the Zashel response to this problem.
I mean, realistically, I'm not breaking out. And I think we lost
Oh, no.
Who was that?
somebody.
That was Doug. Okay.
Yeah, he just walked in. Okay, I'm confused a bit. Someone must have been breaking out. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
What is something sticking out of this thing?
So Zashel is the bottom of the stairs, and
Right.
you can, and if you wanted, you could take a movement, like a square movement, to see over the railing, and see that he has his hands through this shimmering field, with something latched to his
Okay.
wrist.
Okay, that's what. Okay, so he's going. Okay, I got it. Awesome. Exciting crap. Got it. Okay. So yeah, I guess at this point I will just forward and check out what's happening.
Okay. Oop. Hold on. Getting shuffled. There we go. All right. And I will show you. Here we go. This is what it looks like, and I'll show you me too. That's what's happening. Right, Dasani, what do you want to do?
Wait. My computer's glitchy. Why? I didn't see. I mean, I saw something, but all I saw was Yumi disappear, and then.
Here we go.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yep.
There we are. Oh. I will stay my distance and just observe.
All right. Sounds good. Krellick?
Okay, so there was some kind of creature in here, like some kind of weird humanoid creature. Zashel put his hand through, and then it went and started biting into his hand.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming Zashel did not enjoy that.
He
Not
very
particularly.
clearly did not.
Okay. Look, I don't know what these people get up to. Okay, cool. Then I will. I'm gonna reach forward and see if I can grab a hold of this thing.
Of it?
Of it.
Okay. I am like 90% certain you cannot. Let me just double check. Yeah, you cannot pass through the barrier to get it. You cannot touch him.
So I reach my hand out and it just stops at some kind of barrier. Can you see the barrier, or is it an invisible force?
It's visible, but faint. It kind of glimmers with light.
Gotcha. I would like to attempt to force my way past this barrier.
All right. You can't.
What the fuck is this shit?
I'll turn and grab Zashel instead, and then throw him up the stairs.
Okay, make me a strength check. Oh, okay. Yeah. Make a strength. Athletics.
Athletics, I can do, sure.
Yeah.
It's a nat 20.
Oh, thank God.
28 total.
All right. The only way that that was not going to work is if it also happened to roll a nat 20, and it did not. So you grab Zashel, and the force of your yank and pull Zashel, you feel the teeth like ripping through your skin farther as it is wrested from his jaw, and then you're a good over here now.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Krellick. I don't know if I could have gotten out of there on my own.
I give you a thumbs up, and I turn I turn back at this thing and put my beak touching against the barrier at it, just staring it down.
Yop, are you satisfied? Can we please leave this place?
Just
That
one last
door has
thing.
gone really racist since last time.
And Yop will get closer to the barrier and just say,
Might not be today. Might not be tomorrow. But I'll kill you for that.
and
Let's go, Krennic.
Kind of, mean eye him a little bit. I turn to move and then flinch at him to see if he reacts.
He does not. He's standing there, with his hands still kind of poised where they would have been holding the wrist, but his face is turned upwards, and his mouth is still kind of hanging open, and there is blood running down his face. And he doesn't look like he's smiling. He doesn't look like he's upset or worried, but he does look healthier.
I'll walk up, follow the others.
So, what was that?
That is an ancient being that terrorized Saltmarsh for many generations. It was trapped down here by a god. Well, the servants of a god, I suppose. And I got careless.
No, Zashel, you didn't get careless. You put your hand in there because I asked you to. I shouldn't have asked you to risk yourself that way. I'm sorry.
Yop, it's a transparent barrier. I should have seen that he was right there. I just waited, but...
Well, I have my answer. Thank you for joining me.
So are you like, no, are you still you?
Well, I'm still me, but something is clearly different. Previously, like Zashel, I was able to pass through that barrier, but now I cannot. So clearly something has changed.
Maybe Yumi's right. Well, any other monsters we gotta see today? Cause I was thinking for dinner I'll wrestle one of these fucking crabs, and then we eat that.
It sounds like a lovely idea. Zashel, do you need some rest?
I'll be okay for now. I mean, I could use some rest, but I think that's just the trip, and the bite didn't help.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
Say it's close to evening. You guys have you've done a couple of errands, run back and forth across the city.
Should we head back? Oh, wait, actually, I just realized I did not buy more arrows yet. I need to do that, and then we can head back.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll meet y'all there. I got a date with a crab.
I'm gonna just let you I'm just gonna let you do that.
Cool.
I don't think. I think you're gonna get pinched along the way, but I mean, like, you're gonna be sitting down for a long rest, so it's not like it's gonna be a big deal. But you can wrestle and kill a crab.
Yeah,
All right.
I like to envision it as the wrestling and killing the crab isn't the difficult part; it's the catching up to one.
I'm fast. I got 40 movement.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think that's faster than the crabs move. All right, and Yumi goes to the Dwarven Anvil and purchases some arrows. I'm sure you can do that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a gold for 20, right?
I think so. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay. All right. So after that, would you guys go back to the lighthouse then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So Toby and Micah are all fitted out to take you guys back home, and that is where we'll put you for now. And next week, I don't know. I have no idea what you guys want to do next week.